Hey, there's a lot of fear and uncertainty in the market currently right now after we've been having the last couple of weeks of good green, positive energy far as just people buying and holding crypto. So I want to kind of go over my portfolio, what the market looks like, Bitcoin, Ethereum, my price predictions, or where there might be a good opportunity for buying since we're having a slight sell-off. And also just kind of talk through what the market cap looks like and just get a better idea, man. There's a lot of stuff going on in the crypto space. Gary Gensler, who got chastised by Congress in regards to regulating the SEC, you can kind of see that maybe that affected the market a tad bit. For the most part, we've been very strong the last couple of weeks. The stock market has been pretty much stagnant, but the crypto market has been rising, and we hit over $1.2, $1.3 trillion in market cap, which is pretty dope, right? But to me, in my personal opinion, right, this could just be a slight recovery from all the losses we have. There could be more downside. And I know you guys don't want to hear that. It's like, Shooter, come on, man. We've been down for about 18 months. I know, but a lot of things are being I don't think the recession has necessarily started. I think it started, but I necessarily don't think we just got like the meat of the recession, right? I think there could be some more downside. Now, hey, I hope I'm totally wrong, right? My moon bags are secure for my cryptocurrency, and just like you, I'm ready for the rocket ship to take off. But it's just a lot of things going on. You got, the BRICS, BRICS. I'm brain fart. You have, you got China, Russia, India, Saudi Arabia, and the B. I can't think of the B. I'm having a brain fart. Brazil teaming up and going against the U.S. dollar of not settling trades when it comes to oil and other trades. And they're mostly depending on their current or country currency to settle those trades. You got people teaming up with our ops like China and all them. You have some of the NATO that's like running away from the U.S. dollar as well. Now, is this something that could be planned throughout all nations and governments? Hey, I'm not a conspiracy theory, but China is our op, but yet we owe them a lot of money. We trade with them a lot. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother video. But you have that going on. You got Gary Gensler and the SEC. You have the SEC versus XRP case still lingering. There's a lot of stuff out here, man. But ultimately, what I have noticed is that a lot of these good blockchains are still producing products and services, and they're really not letting the news affect what they produce, which is always a good thing during a bear market and a pullback such as we haven't. You want to see those currencies or those blockchain companies continue to create and build on Web3, AI, whatever the case may be. Those are signs of a good company, good project that's willing to pretty much still navigate normally throughout all the FUD. Now, to be honest with you, there's a lot of cryptocurrency projects. There's a lot of cryptocurrency projects came out at the top of the bull run. A lot of those projects are not going to make it through this bear run. Let's keep it a buck. It happens every bear run, every bull run going into a bear run. You get all these new projects and they just don't make it. It is what it is. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to shit on your parade or anything like that. It's just the real, right? So it's important to make sure you're diverse in your portfolio. Have some solid blue chips, Bitcoin, Ethereum, ADA, XRP, whatever you consider a blue chip. We know Bitcoin, Ethereum is the standard. Be cautious about a lot of these pump and dumps, these meme coins. That should be 2% of your portfolio. If you don't understand how to make a solid portfolio, go check out my ebook, How to Crypto. Is available right now, right? Check the links in the main in the description and also in the first comment. It'll tell you how I break down my portfolio. So if once the market start running, maybe Solana don't run, maybe ADA don't run, but I'm in XRP, I'm in Bitcoin, and they're running, right? You want to make sure you be diversified. So enough of that talk, man. Let's kind of just go over the index right now. Currently, we're sitting about right in the middle, 50. Now, this thing was tweaking last week. About 68 of it was greed, right? And I always tell y'all, like, I need to see this meter over here. For me, when it gets into those 60s, close to 70s, like, I'm still a little, like, cautious. I don't want to get too excited. I don't think the bear market is totally over. Kind of going against what everyone else is saying. I'm keeping a bag so I can dollar cost average in. but now we're sitting dead middle and there's more fear in the market. Like I said, there's a lot of FUD going around. So keep that in mind. Our market cap is just under $1.2 trillion. It's down 3%, and the buying value is down 12%. So a lot of this, a lot of this money started flowing in during the bank crisis, and people didn't know where to put their money. There's a lot of mistrust when it comes to civilians' deposits and banks right now. So a lot of people was like, hey, I'm gonna start putting my money over here in crypto. It was pumping at the time too, and we kind of got this artificial pump because of the banking crisis, right? It's funny, government will blame crypto on all these banking crises, which is not the case. It's that these banks have been exposed for what they do. And go check out my video in regards to that about the banking crisis. I think it would be a good video. Definitely some good information there. Bitcoin dominance is still at 44%. So that's good to see. Let's look at my portfolio on a weekly. This is cryptobubbles.net. Y'all know I like cryptobubbles.net. I know some of y'all might like, damn, shooter, you read. You read. I know, but I'm looking at it like, hey, this is a buying opportunity, because if you look at it from a month or even last week, we was green bean. I did not take a lot of profits, took a couple of little something here and there, a little something there. It's sitting on the sideline right now, and I'm rebuying a lot of this stuff. Now, if you're in my Discord, we have the dollar cost average challenge in the month of April, and currently we've been buying the graph and also algo. So I'm actually, and it's a minimum of $5 per day. You can spend whatever, but it's a minimum of $5 a day to help your dollar cost average. I'm actually going to go in here and spend a lot more because of this red, right? This is the best time to look at your portfolio, when it's red. Let's slide over to the charts, right? So we want to look at Bitcoin. I'm on tradingview.com. I'm on the weekly right here. And as you can see, I have my supply areas in red, these red boxes. If you rock with me for a while, when you see my red boxes here, you know that's supply, right? So as you can see, we've been bouncing up and down in this nice little channel here, this nice little wedge, right? We got at the top of it, and we got into a supply area. Now I was telling my guys in the Discord, hey, it's not a good time to buy Bitcoin, in my personal opinion. Why? We have this resistance line here for our pattern, and we have this massive supply area right here between 29 and 30. Now, again, I made several videos, short and long form videos, talking about these supply areas, and we've retested. This is a full retest right here of that. And we're on a resistance as well too. So we now bounced off that area, right? Because understand, there's people smarter than me that does technical analysis on these things, and they report back to like these hedge funds companies, these institutional people, and they're letting them know, hey, Bitcoin is coming up to a supply area where if we bought at the bottom, we're up X amount of dollars, right? Might be a good time for us to go ahead and capitalize. Now, these people's playing with a check. You talking about these people playing with millions and millions and millions of dollars. So any percentage, 10, 20%, that's a win for them. But if they can come across, and let's say they bought at the bottom of Bitcoin, they've been holding a 96 return on their investment at, let's call it 100%. You put $1 million in, you make another $1 million. Yeah, a lot of these people are definitely gonna be taking their profits. So they're looking at these supply areas on these charts daily, constantly, right? That's what these analysts get paid the big bucks for, to let them know, hey, it might be a time for us to take some profit. So for me, I was telling the guys, or the Discord, hey, I know we've been running, since January, we've been ripping. We've ripped through this supply area, which was kind of weak. We retested it, held it, pushed through, but this one was a lot stronger than this one particular right here, right? If you kind of look back, you can kind of see this little confluence area here. 1 hit, 2 hit, 3, 4 hit. I was very cautious, did not buy into Bitcoin. Now, for me personally, I'll take that back. I did buy some Bitcoin because every month I put a certain amount of money into Bitcoin, regardless of the price, because I'm holding it for long term. But I try to find the best price possible, right? So that's Bitcoin. Where do I see it could possibly go? Now, I see that we do have some support levels here, about 25. I'll call it 25,000. I do see that there's an opportunity between 26.8 and 25,000, right? Without even marking this up, I'm looking at the support here, right? From these small wicks, and then we got these double wicks that tested in that 25.8 area. And then ultimately, if we can't hold that little zone, then we might return back to this supply zone. If we don't hold that supply zone, then it's pretty much a free fall, right? So that's where I'm looking at Bitcoin. Again, I would say between 26.5 and 25.5, just for whole numbers, right? Good opportunities. Let's say we recover and we get some good news and we push through here. I would love to see us push through here, right? Not saying I'm going to buy if we just start ripping next week. I want to see if we pull back and then go. If we rip through, pull back, then that'd be a good opportunity to start buying some Bitcoin for the long haul, or however you want to play it, right? So let's look at ETH. ETH obviously is pretty much like this in a sense as far as price action. You're probably going to get the same. These numbers look familiar. If you watch my short-term video on YouTube, you saw that I talked about this supply zone, 1,900 to 2,000. Man, listen, man, your boy Shooter nodded. Hey, I can chart now. I can chart. So I plotted out this supply area, gave you support when we would start pumping, right? We was roughly around here when I did the short video, and I gave you my support level and where we can be. And I said, hey, if we can't rip through the supply area, it's good night, big rejection. And what are we having here? A nice rejection here. The RSI have went from 80 down to 50, and was almost 50. Then you can see the selling pressure off this. Again, you have analysts, you have people smarter than me, do this daily, get paid the big bucks to find these areas of opportunity to sell off. This supply area previously back in May of last year was heavy in the streets. Then we retested it. What happened? Rejected, didn't even fully retest, but it was still a retest. Rejected, came back, created a demand zone, a decent sized demand zone, and then we ripped. And what did we do? We retested it, and now we're rejecting it. So where do I see ETH possibly falling? Well, I'm looking right here at this support area. I will move the support area about 17.5, right? 1,700 or 17, about 17.5, 1,700, 750. Let's call it 1,700, and then I'll put a zone about 18.5 and 1,700 will be good areas of opportunity to buy. I'll come in here and set me a nice little alert like so. That's about 18.50. Make that 18.50, right? So if that price cross down, I got my eyes on that. Actually, I'm tripping. There we go. Let's call that 1,800. 1,800, right? Maybe I'll get a little opportunity to go in there and buy. And then maybe if I switch this over to the daily, I can kind of see a little bit more meat on this, right? Boom. Yeah, I like that, right? There's a lot of buildup right here, a lot of consolidating, right? A lot of trading sideways happening right here. It's a nice little area of opportunity. Maybe if I catch the bottom and say 1,700, right? We'll call that copy price add. We'll call that 1,700. And I like that little buy zone, right? So I have this buying area right here. Maybe I'll dollar cost average here. Well, not even maybe. I would dollar cost average here. Then I'll dollar cost average here. And this thing continue to rot. Then I'm looking back at this 1,400 support level that we already talked about. And that's probably when I'll come in with the more meat and potatoes as far as a budget. And then if all hell fails, all else fails and hell break loose, then I got that demand zone from $1,000 and 1,200 here. So yeah, it's good, man. You want to definitely take your time out and like chart these things out and kind of look at it so you can see where different buying opportunities. Now, it's not 100% guaranteed that it's going to happen, but you want to be prepared for it. If it does happen, you want to set your alerts. You want to know your supply areas. You want to know where it's selling off at, where the potential opportunity to take profits, or you can just sit on your hands and be patient. Because those who get rich in any market, crypto or stocks, are the patient investors. The ones that get clapped are the ones that's buying the tops. Like right over here, they didn't want to buy Ethereum when it was at 15 here, but their friends was like, yo, Ethereum to the moon is one of 10,000, because that's what the YouTube guys tell you. And then they start buying at the top, and then not understanding market cycles of crypto, knowing that we was in a 2-year bull run and so on and so on. And now they sitting there saying crypto's a scam because they bought at the top. And that's just not how it is. And that's how it is in stocks as well, too. When you buy the top, you get clapped. Well, how do you identify the top? Well, you have to look at the previous all-time highs. You start charting, right? When in doubt, I always tell my people, when in doubt, zoom out. So therefore, you can start seeing where these past all-time highs are and think about, okay, that's a sell-off, right? Because it produced a supply area. It might sell off here, right? We don't know 100%. It can move right through it, and you like, damn, I sold off. Or it can just the bottom fall out of it. So, you know, you just got to be kind of smart, be aware of it, and then make an educated decision on, you know, what you're going to do with your money. So, yeah, man, I wanted to talk quickly. I haven't made a long form video. If you learned anything like that, this is the opportunity to give me a thumbs up. If you really learn something and want to share it with your people, please do so right now. Go check out my books, How to Crypto. It's available for download. You get a video explaining each chapter, each page thoroughly. And then I also have my Stock Market ABCs book. Go check that out as well. I'm trying to teach the family the basics of the stock market so you can sit down with your children, and instead of teaching them A is for apple, B is for banana, C is for cat, you can teach them that A is for Apple, the corporation, kind of know who the president is, know what the company is, what they produce, their services. B is for Boeing. I think these are things that we need to start teaching our kids at an early time frame so you can start and plant those seeds now to kind of give them a different outlook on, you know, how the world operates from a financial standpoint. So go check out those 2 ebooks out. If you do buy it, I appreciate it. If you even go look at it and check it out and see if it's for you or not, I still appreciate it as well too. Whew. Hey man, I'm back, baby. I love doing these videos with y'all, man. So hopefully, again, I hope you learned something. It's your boy Shooter. I checked in for the gang. I love y'all, man. Peace. Woo! I kept that thing under 20 minutes this time, fellas. Let's go.